Cops sometimes get drunk on power and try to use it recklessly. Sometimes they get away with it, and other times the situation just doesn't favor them, as they sometimes encounter those who are able to appropriately put them in their places. These are moments corrupt cops get humbled by higher authority.
Okay, so your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Okay.
And my driver's license, please?
Huh?
I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Okay. Do you have your license, registration? No? You don't? Do you have your ID on you? Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm a deputy, but...
Well, that's why I'm asking. Do you have any weapons on you?
I live right there.
Okay.
I would normally, but...
Do you have some kind of ID or anything on you?
My ID is not here, but I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Okay. Do you have some kind of ID on you?
That way I dropped my friend off and then I went this way because I live right there.
I get that, but I pulled you over because you were flying past everybody and you were cutting.
No, I was just driving
okay, when
the
I was
regular
pulling
way.
behind you, at this point you were going like 56 and a 40. You were flying.
No, I was not flying. I was just
Do you have your registration with your name on it or anything?
Well, this car is not mine, so...
Okay. Do you have anything with your name on it? Is that your driver's license right there?
It's my driver's license and my,
Okay, can I see your driver's license?
Sure.
Do you have your work ID?
No, it's at home in my cruiser.
Okay. Where do you live at?
I live at...
Okay. So not the address on your license?
No. I live right there.
Whose car is this?
My father's.
It's so ironic that the very people who are meant to keep us safe sometimes end up being the ones causing trouble. Just take a look at the intoxicated woman. It's hard to believe.
You're fine.
I put the wrong one.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Yeah.
What's going on tonight?
I have no idea. I'm trying to get home.
Oh, okay. Do you know why she pulled you over?
She said because I'm driving too fast.
Oh, okay.
But I'm a Pinellas County deputy, and I'm just trying to get to my house, which is right there.
Gotcha.
You said you were a deputy?
Yes.
Where at?
Pinellas County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, you're with SL? Nice.
Yeah.
How long you been with them?
5 years. I mean, I could get out, I could get in. I mean, you could come in.
No, you're good right now.
Listen, I'm
You're
just
good.
trying to... I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do, whatever
Oh,
it
you're
is.
good. I'm just...
I live at that light right there.
Gotcha.
So if you want to hang out, if you don't want to hang out,
Where you coming from?
not even long. You know Gandy Boulevard?
Mm-hmm.
I picked up someone, brought them over to their house, and then I was going back to my house
Gotcha.
because I am just living my life.
I gotcha.
And they actually live with Pinellas.
Next, the officers confirmed that the woman was indeed drunk, which was completely unnecessary, if you ask me. The woman's reaction as she realizes that she is not getting any special treatment is worth watching.
Talking to you, I am getting some signs of impairment. Okay, can I check your eyes real quick?
Really?
Alright, I want to give you every chance to say that you're fine.
This is how you're doing it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't have a choice. It's
Yes,
the same
you do.
for anybody else.
No, yes you do.
I can't treat anybody any differently.
Yes you would.
No.
I wasn't in other people's lanes.
Okay. I'm not going to argue about that. There's dash cam video and all of that, okay? But we're past that point right now. The point is you were stopped. You're showing signs of impairment.
No, I'm not showing...
Okay. All right. I want to give you every opportunity to show
You know
that
what?
that's not the case.
I want to ask,
Uh-huh.
what signs of impairment was I showing?
You've got bloodshot, watery eyes. You have slow
Nope,
speech.
nope. I
Okay.
want to know,
Okay.
pulling over, what was the signs of impairment?
I'm not gonna-
Because I do not have bloodshot, watery eyes, because I have contact lenses in my eyes.
As soon as the woman realizes that the cops are suspicious of her, she tries to take advantage of her position. but the loyal cop turns her down right away. This is a demonstration of cops who value loyalty more than anything.
No, I just want to know.
I explained to you, you smell very strongly of alcohol. Your movements have been very slow and fumbling. You have a very dazed facial expression. All these are signs of impairment. Okay? Again, if you're good to drive, perfect. But I have to investigate that.
No, you have to go over it again.
Okay.
I am showing what exactly?
You have bloodshot, watery eyes. You have slurred speech. You have a
But
strong
I'm wearing
odor.
contact lenses.
Okay. You have a strong odor of alcohol coming from your breath.
But I have.
Okay. All right. As I said, I'm just conducting an investigation at this point. I want to give you every opportunity. You're saying that you're fine. I want to give you every opportunity to show me that.
There's no way in hell. No way in hell.
Okay. Can I check your eyes real quick? Just make sure that you're okay.
You're gonna check it? No.
Are you? I want to give you some opportunity to participate in some field sobriety tests. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
And if I wasn't willing to do that?
Judging by the woman's performance on the test, it became very clear that she was intoxicated. It's a shame that people like her are even supposed to be in law enforcement.
At this time, I want to give you the opportunity to participate in 2 more field sobriety tests. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
You think that I'm impaired right now?
As I said,
After eyes.
Yeah.
So in the eye,
You're showing signs of impairment. I want to give you every opportunity to show me that you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, there's 2 additional tests, the walk and turn
Sure.
and the one-leg stand. Is that
I'll
something you'd be
do
willing
all of
to
the
do?
tests.
Okay. Perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'm going to 2,
Look down at your feet.
1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009.
As we could see, she was able to follow the simple instructions given to her, which made them clearer. But even then, she decided to gaslight her colleagues. She truly is a pathetic human being.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand these rights as I read them to you?
Yes.
Having them in mind, do you want to talk to me now? Sure. Okay. So where are you coming from tonight?
I am coming from downtown St. Pete.
Okay. What time do you go downtown?
I went downtown at about 7 p.m.
Okay. Do you come from your place?
Yeah, I live at bugs are eating me.
What time is it right now without looking, if you had to guess?
12 o'clock.
How much do you have to drink while you were down there?
I didn't have any drink.
Okay. Here's the thing. We both know you've been drinking.
Despite how hard she tries to appear sober, the signs of intoxication were very much visible. One more thing that also made things much clearer was that she is a total manipulator rather than an officer.
Car is registered under your dad's name.
Yes.
Is he close?
No. He's in Orlando. Yeah.
So there's
And
no,
I live at that intersection
I got
right
you.
there.
is there anyone that can come pick the car up?
Yes, there is.
Who's that?
My sister.
Her sister. Is she close by?
She lives with me.
Oh, okay. Her sister lives right there. What, do you know her number? Or you need it?
Not off the top of my head, I don't. I need my phone, which
I
is in
got
the
you.
car.
Alright, I'll bring it to you. What's her name?
Stephanie?
Stephanie.
Despite pleading to her status as a deputy sheriff, Coniglio was ultimately cited for careless driving and arrested on suspicion of driving while under the influence. Coniglio submitted to a breath alcohol test. Her BAC registered as 0.206% and 0.219%. She was later fired. If you think Coniglio was full of herself, Wait until you see this next case, in which a district attorney thought she was above the law, only to be humbled by an officer.
I don't care if you got home. You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over.
On April 4th, 2024, Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Dorley received a speeding ticket for traveling 55 miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone and failing to stop for the patrol car. A Webster police officer pursued her while she was on her way home, and her reaction upon realizing that actions have consequences was priceless.
Sorry, I'm the DA. I was going 55 coming home from work.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care.
Okay.
So you can call Dennis.
Can you please come over here? This is on a traffic stop, ma'am.
Yes, it is. You can call Dennis Kohlmeyer right now.
Okay, I'm telling you why I stopped you. You didn't stop at all. Did you not hear my lights or sirens or
No, I
anything?
didn't actually. I was on the phone.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to be on the phone while you're driving either.
Yes, I am with the hands-free. Absolutely.
You just admitted to me that you were going 55 and a 35 on
Can you
Phillips
please
Road.
tell him to leave me alone? It's
Officer Christopher,
Christopher.
can you stay over here, ma'am? This
No,
is a
I'm
traffic.
not
This is a
staying
this
over
is a
here.
legal traffic stop. Do you have your ID?
No, it's in my purse. Here.
You have your purse right there.
No, this is my lunch. Would you talk to Dennis? This is ridiculous. Just go away.
Hello, sir. Good, ma'am. Can you please stay at the back? This is ma'am. This is legal traffic stop. Can you please stay over here,
No. Hey, baby, get your little guy out of here.
sir? I stopped her for going 55 and a 35 on Phillips
On
Road,
Phillips Road.
and
Coming
she
home from
failed
work.
to stop. She drove all the way back home and parked in her garage. And now she's not complying with any of my commands. Ma'am, do not go inside.
Oh my God!
Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone
I
back.
understand the law better than you. Would you just
953.
You
Can
just
you have
leave
a
me alone?
supervisor come to the scene?
No. Get out of my fucking house.
I don't know why you're acting like this towards me.
Because
Can you please go to the back of the vehicle?
I'm not going to. I'm home. Okay, 55.
I don't care if you got home. You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over. When my lights were
I
initiated.
didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
I was right behind you.
Yeah, there were other people on the road too.
Okay, I was directly behind
I'm
you.
not dealing with you right
Can
now.
you please step over here?
I'm not going to.
What is the reason you're so against what I'm doing? I'm doing my job. You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Okay.
Okay, let me get you my badge. I am the DA of Monroe.
She kept insisting on entering the house and verbally abusing the officer, despite his repeated requests for her to stay outside. It's clear that the officer was just doing his job and had no personal motive.
I am the DA of Monroe County.
I understand
Yes,
that, but
I'm
that doesn't
coming
give
home
you
from
a right
work,
to
and
go
I was
55 and a 35. And you even admitted to me that you went 50. I
don't
understand
really
that,
care.
ma'am.
I don't really
I
care.
understand that.
You know what? If you give me a traffic ticket, that's fine. I'm the one who prosecutes it, okay? Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just don't understand the hostility. I
No,
understand you're
I
coming home
understand
from
you're
work.
And half the time I was on the phone with Dennis, telling him, why are you pulling me over?
You're not even supposed to be on the phone to begin with. You
Oh,
should
yes.
know that.
Oh, I'm hands-free? Absolutely.
Okay.
You should know the law.
Okay? If it is hands-free, that's great. But at the end of the day, you're going 55 and a 35. That's 20
Okay.
miles over the speed limit.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. You know what I've been dealing with all day? 3 murders in the city. And do you think I really care if I was going 20 miles over the speed limit?
Sandra couldn't stop boasting about her status, while the officer calmly carried out his duty according to the law. It's all too common for people in positions of authority to forget that the law applies to everyone equally, regardless of their status. It's truly disgraceful.
I'm waiting for you just to leave.
Well, I'm having a supervisor come because that's what my chief told me to do.
Alright, so you're coming out with 5 minutes. 10.
Do you have your driver's license?
I just showed you my driver's
You show me your badge.
Thank you, 7-4. With EMS, the 14-year-old having a seizure, 200 East River Road, apartment 200 on the 3rd
Because
floor.
I was going 55 up Phillips Road.
10-4, you can show me the
And I was
She's
just
part of
trying
it. She's
to,
a DA.
Yep, I know.
and I was just trying to pull into my driveway. I was on
Okay.
the phone with Dennis Kohlmeyer saying, would you please tell the person who's following me that
Listen,
I'm almost home?
ma'am, I understand you were going home, but I started my lights back at Phillips Road.
I'm on Phillips Road, yes
Yes.
you did, and there are other cars.
At the end of the day, At the end of the day, I was stopping you for speed. If you
I've
just
had
stopped.
a really bad day. I've been dealing with murders
And I get
in the
it.
city
And I
all
get
day.
it. We have bad
I'm
days
sorry,
also,
I'm
ma'am.
I'm sorry.
We have bad days also. I'm gonna just add it to the job real quick. You can just go and actually add it. You don't have to use the error. At the end of the day, I was just making a traffic stop, doing my job, what I was supposed to do.
Well, fine. Thank you.
Okay? So now, supervisor's on his way, and then we'll go
Which
from there.
supervisor's coming over?
Huh?
Who?
Sergeant Johnson. I understand you had it. Like, I get it. We all have bad days at work.
And I'm gonna go in the house. Seriously. I was speeding on Post Road. He turned around. I didn't know if it was me. I wasn't sure because there were other cars going back and forth. That I got to turning into the field press, and I'm like, I'm just gonna drive home. That's what I did. So I did. And I got on the phone with Dennis. I don't know. Even before when I turned in and said, you know, it's me that they're stopping. Just tell them it's me. So I don't know. That's weird.
General rule of thumb is if you see the lights kind of pull over.
942.
You know what? There are other cars in full.
942.
I'm just gonna pull in.
Yeah, we did a T-stop.
I would advise against that. I mean, you're supposed to pull off to the
Yep.
side of the road if somebody with their emergency lights is coming behind you anyways.
Yeah, I just
Corey, it's fine. Just we're having supervisors come, and then we'll go from there.
Sandra was in for a surprise when another officer arrived on the scene. She began to explain her side of the story to the new arrival, but to her disbelief, the cops sternly reminded her that drivers are required to pull over when emergency lights are flashing behind them.
Seriously, there's 3 officers here already, and I'm waiting for supervisor.
You guys can go. You guys go. I'll wait here wait for Sarge or LT. Sounds like LT is coming though.
All I did, Dennis, I was going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit on Phillips. I didn't pull over. I just figured I'd drive to my driveway instead. You should have run the plate. It's a big black SUV. It's a big black SUV. And now I've got like 5.
Sandra, in frustration, dialed up another call in which she lied that she was going 20 miles an hour. In fact, she was stopped because she was driving above the speed limit of 35.
She called chief, and that's why I requested a supervisor. Okay. And now she wanted to go inside, told her no, you can't go inside, and this is where we're at. So.
Because I was going to stop at
Now you made it a bigger deal.
It's a really bigger deal. For Connie, it's a much bigger deal.
Well, you caused that, Sandra. What do you want us to do? Not do our job because of you?
No, it's fine. I said, write me a ticket. But I was just saying, I was not going to stop at Post Road at 5:30.
Well, you broke another rule because of that. Right? You should know better. That's not attractive. That's an arrestable offense.
I gave it back to her. It's attached to the job and everything, so.
I didn't want to stop at Post Road. I was right down the street. I figured I would just stop in my driveway. That's what I figured. I thought it would be easier. Apparently I was wrong.
I'm still rolling, so.
Yeah, you, I mean, it's your traffic stop. I'm not going to tell you how to handle it.
Yeah.
Which feels necessary.
713. 713. I'll be stepping out at 293 Taft Ave on this. Check for my missing person.
Assumed that when I pulled in that most of Western PD knows over here.
But we don't. We have a copy. All police officers probably been here at this job. I think
Yeah.
some of them less than a year.
Yeah, I mean, I was just assuming that you all knew what, that I lived here.
They don't. So that's why we are. No, a lot of us have, at least everybody working today except for the sergeant.
17 all set. Make contact over the phone. Accidental call.
What's the deal? You got
Yeah, fine.
ticket? What are you going to do? I mean, it's your stop. I'm not going to interfere with that.
Yeah. I get that she came home. I mean, obviously, if I
It makes
trying
no
to-
sense.
yeah.
I explained that to her. It makes no sense to you.
The scene was tense as multiple police officers, along with their supervisor, arrived to restore order. The situation only escalated as the culprit refused to admit her blatant disregard for the law.
the county, but also I don't want to not do my job and not at least write her something. So
No, I
think
get it. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to.
I'll at least write her the freaking going 55 and a 20.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I got discretion whether or not.
No, I get it. I understand.
So I'm just gonna start the one ticket. All right, ma'am. So I'm issuing you speed in zone 55 and a 35.
That's fine. I'll take care of it since I'll be prosecuting myself.
Okay. At the end of the day, if you see my lights and sirens behind you, and obviously they're going off, just pull over. We can have a conversation and be on our way. I kept my eye on your vehicle. I'm not going to check my computer to see what plate it is if a vehicle is not stopping for me. I want to keep my eyes on that vehicle for my safety, so I make it home at the end of the day. Okay?
I apologize, but
I'm sorry that you had a bad day,
yeah.
and I'm sorry it went this way, but I do respect what you do. Have a good day, man.
It's nice to see these cops who think they deserve special treatments because of their position getting ignored and treated as normal citizens. This next officer definitely got schooled by someone who isn't a cop. Shows how much some of these cops know the law.
Tires are mostly in good shape. Can't tell entirely, but they're generally speaking, they seem to be good tires. Hi!
What are you doing?
Just checking out my employees. What's up? What's your name, badge number?
Delgado.
Delgado, you have a badge number?
I don't.
Okay.
What's your name?
I'm not gonna give that.
So what are you doing?
Just checking on the Burlington employees and seeing if you guys are doing a great job.
The auditor casually started checking the cars to see if their tires and other visible parts were up to standard. Suddenly, he was interrupted by Officer Delgado, who was wondering why he even had a camera in the first place.
Yeah, I want to make sure you're keeping the officers safe with like good tires and you're not leaving out passwords to NCIC. What's that?
Come speak with us.
You said I need to?
Yes, sir. You're actually trespassing unless you actually have something.
You want me to or I need to? It's hard.
Do you have any business back here? This is only police personnel only.
Yeah, you said I need to, so I was asking, do you want me to come talk to her or do I have to? Am I being detained?
Yes, sir. At this point, yes, sir.
Okay, for suspicion of what crime?
Okay, you're walking around taking pictures of police cars and so forth. You don't have any business here.
Is that illegal? Is that illegal?
It's only supposed to be police back here.
And your name, badge number?
I don't have a badge number. Sergeant Marsh.
Sergeant Marsh, okay.
Officer Delgado called out Sergeant Marsh, who immediately started giving orders to the auditor. This was just the beginning, as in the same breath, they also decided to detain the auditor.
You need to leave, sir.
What crime have I committed?
You need to leave.
If you'd like to stand on the sidewalk and do
He
what
told
it
me
is
I
you're
have to
doing.
come here and I'm detained,
I
so.
didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You said we need you to come here and you said I'm
I need to talk to
detained.
you. So I need to talk to you. If you want to go over there, take on the sidewalk, take pictures, you're more than welcome, but you can't be back here.
So the sign that says public entrance is not a public entrance?
If you have business here.
Yeah.
Do you have business here?
Am I required to answer that question?
Okay, sir. At this point, you're being asked if you want to go over and take pictures.
I know I'm being
and all
asked
that.
because you don't want to infringe on my rights, which is why you've not ordered me to, but you still have me detained. Are you going to undetain me or am I still
You're
detained?
not detained.
Okay.
You're more than free, but you.
I can do what I want. Thanks. I can do what I want. Thanks. It's a public.
Sir, you can go on the sidewalk and take pictures.
You have to stay on the sidewalk.
Where's the sign that says it's authorized personnel only? There's actually a sign in here that says public parking right here.
The cops only tried to impose their will on the auditor, ignoring any and all First Amendment constitutional rights. They wanted to get him away from the facility as soon as possible, since a man with a camera poses a threat, somehow. Under North Carolina law, the auditor can't be convicted of first-degree trespassing since he was on land managed by the police department, which had a sign indicating public parking, and he was not within any building or on tribal land.
You tell me I'm detained in a public parking lot with no signs, that's bullcrap. back off.
Well, sir, you need to understand.
I don't need to do crap. You detained me for nothing.
Sir, you need to leave the parking lot.
Give me your supervisor.
I am the supervisor.
Give me your supervisor, the LT. This is bullcrap.
I don't want to do it.
Notice I'm not talking to either of you guys this way. I'm not talking to either of you guys this way. I'm talking to him this way.
At this point, the auditor got agitated and told Sergeant Marsh that they had no probable cause for detainment, but Sergeant Marsh repeatedly told him to leave the premises. Then the auditor asked the sergeant to call his supervisor.
You cannot detain me for videotaping.
I didn't
Why were you all in that car?
I wasn't in a car. If you find evidence of me being in a car, then bring me in and Raz and detain me and we'll talk.
And that's why we started speaking with you, because of that.
You can't detain me to figure out if I committed a crime. You're a freaking sergeant.
Yes, sir. We can.
No, you cannot.
Look at the audacity of Delgado when he tried to lie and make up facts about some car. The sergeant dug a deeper hole for himself, as he even has to fetch his supervisor.
What was the Raz? Reasonable, articulable suspicion.
You're looking at vehicles possibly breaking into a vehicle.
Did you suspect me of breaking into a vehicle?
I did.
Yes.
I asked him what he suspected me of, and he said filming.
So I seen you, and I called my sergeant.
That's why I got
but that's what you need to articulate. You didn't do that until now. He was telling me that I was suspicious because I was filming around vehicles, but he doesn't get to detain me because I'm filming. I don't care how suspicious it looks. You will not get my name. I am not trespassing, and I will not leave.
Officer Delgado and the sergeant now claim they detained the auditor for suspected car break-ins, but he countered, reminding them they initially detained him for filming. This highlights how Delgado and Sergeant Marsh had twisted facts to suit their narrative. Simply peeking into car windows isn't cause for detention. In the 2012 United States versus Dell case, the court ruled that an officer couldn't detain someone solely for looking into a car window. Hence, Officer Delgado's previous implication regarding the auditor's detainment had no merit.
Probably a court's not going to care about a 5-minute detention, which is why there probably won't be anything from this unless you keep escalating.
I'm not escalating anything. You are.
You did.
Here's our lieutenant.
Fantastic.
What's going on, man?
Howdy.
How are you?
I was doing pretty good.
Okay.
Till I met the sergeant. These two folks are incredibly professional.
Good enough.
He hasn't escalated a single thing. She said she had razzed me breaking into a freaking car. She was very polite at first. Once he escalated, she jumped on the bandwagon. But generally, they've been good.
Okay.
He is a train wreck. How you just treated me was a train wreck. I should say that. I don't know you, Sergeant Marsh, so I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. All right?
Basically, I was told by Officer Delgado that he was actually looking at vehicles possibly breaking into cars. That's why he's here.
He didn't tell me that. He didn't say that's his Raz. I said, you got Raz, detain me.
The lieutenant, the sergeant's supervisor, finally shows up. He began by inquiring about the situation and getting up to speed with the facts before making any decision.
Let's go ahead and remove him from the situation,
Okay.
right?
All right.
Okay, so moving forward, how can we do something for you here? You can
Allow me to
film
go
all
by
you want in
this.
the back lot.
Thank
You know
you.
what I mean? If you need paperwork, tell me what you need. We'll
All
try
right.
to get it for you. They're going to close pretty soon.
Understood. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm good to go. I'm just here to quietly exercise my rights and not be impeded.
Okay.
And not be detained. We good?
More power to you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Be safe.
Peace. Keep it up, bro.
Now that the lieutenant was aware of the situation, he understood that the way Sergeant Marsh reacted was unprofessional. He furthermore de-escalated the situation and allowed the auditor to keep filming.
He hasn't escalated a single thing. She said she had razzed me breaking into a freaking car. She was very polite at first. Once he escalated, she jumped on the bandwagon. But generally, they've been good.
Okay.
He is a train wreck. How you just treated me was a train wreck. I should say that. I don't know you, Sergeant Marsh, so I shouldn't have said that. I apologize.
The auditor requested the incident number from the police station and requested City Hall to include this in his public records. It is unclear if the auditor wants to file charges for the illegal detainment. This behavior is not enough to give rise to the level of suspicion required to justify detention. All that Officer Tafizi observed was lawful conduct, which we are left to assume he thought might be associated with other actions, either in the past or future, that might be illegal. The conduct was so innocuous and so very much in the realm of ordinary behavior. If the last case didn't convince you that even the most corrupt of officers can become a target of their supervisors, then this case is exactly for you.
As an officer, I can deny you to come into our government.
That would be a very big mistake, though. That would be a big mistake on your
Sir?
part. I'm telling you.
In February 2022, the most successful constitutional auditor, Sean Paul Reyes, better known as Long Island Audit, performed an audit of the Nassau County Government Building in Mineola, New York.
Your driver's license?
I don't have a driver's license.
You don't have it with you, or you don't have one?
I don't have one. I don't have a
Do you
driver's
have
license.
any picture ID in you?
No, I don't have
I'd like
picture
to
ID.
know that picture ID. You gotta have something with a picture. Hi.
But this is a government building, ma'am. Why would I need picture ID to come into a government building?
Because
I don't need picture ID even to vote. Why? Doesn't that seem silly? You could vote for the president of the United States without a picture ID, but I can't come see a county clerk without picture ID?
gotta scan you in. What is your name?
Ben?
Yeah.
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
Correct.
What's your date of birth, Ben?
Why do you need my date of birth?
What is your date of birth? Do you want to come in this building?
Yeah, I have business to conduct, ma'am. I just don't see why this is not Nazi Germany. I don't see why I would need to give
What's your date of birth? I need your address.
my address and my date of birth.
Yes.
For what, ma'am? I don't understand. Do you have a supervisor I could speak with?
Yeah.
Immediately upon entering, these silly clerks had no idea what sort of trouble they were getting themselves into by arguing with Sean. It doesn't even take a few minutes before Sean was challenging their policies.
Okay, can I speak with one of them, please?
Wait outside in the foyer.
I'll wait right here.
No, you're gonna wait outside.
I'll wait right here, ma'am. I'll wait right here.
Sir, please put the phone away, please. You're not allowed to video or tape.
I'm sorry?
Please put it away.
Why
I'm
can't
asking
I
you nicely because there's a sign posted outside that you can't do that in here.
why can't I record in here?
Then out of nowhere appeared the Karen version of the building staff. This supervisor knew even less about the laws that a citizen holds. All she seemed to care for was her building's policy and the same handbook of rules she had memorized.
Were you here to see the county clerk?
I'm here to see the county clerk. I have business to conduct. I have to do a public records request.
Okay, you could.
I don't okay, that's what I'm trying to
Are you here to
do.
see anyone?
So I'm just here to see the county clerk to do a open records request.
Sure.
It's a law. It's called Freedom of Information Act.
Absolutely. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna escort you because you have no ID on you.
Sure, you can do whatever you'd like. You
Do
can
you have
escort
any
me.
ID on you?
No.
So these are government buildings. Moving forward,
Yeah.
you need ID to get in government buildings.
Well, I don't need an ID to
Moving
pay for
forward.
this government building.
Sir,
Right?
as an officer, I can deny you to come into our government
That would be a very
building.
big mistake, though. That would be a big mistake on your
Sir?
part. I'm telling you,
You
it
have
would.
nothing on you. Now,
I just want to make sure I get your name.
Officer Heitman.
Sean made a brilliant jab at the entire corrupt system and at officers like Heitman who helped make that a possibility. These institutions use hard-earned taxpayer dollars to raise these buildings off the ground.
If you fall down and get hurt and we have to put you in back of an ambulance, we don't know who you are. Nobody knows who you are. So that's for your safety.
No.
But let's get off
it's
of
not.
that.
It's not. It's not for your. It's not for my safety at all.
So what are we going to do here?
My name is not going to change me
Okay.
being hurt.
Do you have anything on you
I have
that you can show us your name?
no.
So we can let you in.
I don't have anything with my name.
Okay.
I don't have it. I
Hold
want
on.
to.
Please just stay here.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
At this point, Officer Heitman was just trying to make up ridiculous excuses to justify her demand that Sean produce some sort of ID. Remember, folks, you're not required to ID yourself until necessary and mandatory.
Supervisor has arrived. Right over there.
Meanwhile, Officer Heitman called in backup in the form of her supervisor, Super Karen.
This is my supervisor.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, what's up?
Can I get your name?
Say it, or
Is that Brodsky?
Broad.
Brodsky? See, this is why it's more polite to tell somebody their name. So I can't enter in a public building and conduct services without showing some sort of government ID. That sounds like Nazi Germany to me, not the United States of America. I'm a journalist. I go to buildings all over the country, and I've never been once denied access, public access to a building if I don't have.
This building requires ID.
On whose authority? On whose authority? On what policy?
Policy of this building.
And under whose authority?
It's a county building. It's a policy of the building.
It's a policy of the building.
Of the county. This building needs ID in order to go in. That's why you're going through a metal detector and everything else.
Well, going through a metal detector might be a little bit, that's reasonable. But having to show government ID, that's not reasonable.
It's your license. Okay.
Yeah, that's not reasonable. What if somebody didn't have a license? Like I don't have a license.
Any form of ID.
So you're telling me that I can't, unless I have some sort of ID, I'm going to be restricted from conducting my lawful business.
Although I expected to see a better effort from the supervisor to try and resolve Sean's issues, instead, she had an even worse attitude than Heitman.
So you do have your ID on you because you probably drove here, you just don't want to show it.
No, I never said I had my ID on me, because I don't have it on me. But it wouldn't matter. I shouldn't need to. No one should need to show their.
Unfortunately, this is the rule of the building. I mean, if you're a journalist,
where is the rule? Where is the rule? Can I see the rule? Can you show me the policy?
You have to show papers for COVID. You have to do this. You have to do that.
Yeah, no, that's not. And I don't agree. I don't agree with that either. But that if you want to do, if you want to do that for a private business, this is not a private business, ma'am. This. My tax dollars go to fund this. I have a right to be in this building. If you want to say that you guys are for security purposes, you want me to empty my pockets for metal, you know, that's fine. But as far as requiring an ID, can you show me the policy? Where is the policy?
I don't have it on me, but that is the policy.
So you're enforcing a policy that you can't even show me.
Is on there.
You're enforcing a policy you can't even show me.
They continued in some more debate regarding what the do's and don'ts are, but at the end of the day, the supervisor was still just as unhelpful. She had no way to support or justify their unconstitutional policies.
Okay, but is that I understand that 100%. I just don't understand that's unconstitutional and unlawful. It's unlawful to require somebody to show an ID to enter in a building that I already pay for. This is a taxpayer-funded ID. I'm trying to conduct business. You don't need an ID to vote for the President of the United States, but yet you need an ID to enter in some county building? That doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
At this point, after multiple attempts to try and reason with the building staff, they do not budge no matter what. So when reaching such a situation, there was no option left but to get 911 involved.
Now, if you were to get on the airplane, you'd be able to get in without your driver's license?
No, because that's a private company.
Okay.
That's why.
Hi, so we have a gentleman here, and you can talk to him.
Hi, sir. How are you?
What's going on?
Can I just get your name and badge?
My name and badge?
Yeah.
Officer Whiteley.
You have to be outside though, because that's another rule. You cannot video or do anything in inside
Ma'am,
buildings.
we have freedom of press in this country.
Okay.
We have freedom of press in this country,
He
man.
has no ID. The signs are all over that say you need to have ID in order to come in the building, you need a license, this and that thing. And that's what it is.
Hey, sir, can I just get your name and badge number 2?
Ramos 4543.
Thank you, sir.
What are you here for today?
I'm here to see the county clerk, and because I don't have ID and I won't show ID, they're denying me public services. Just because, ma'am, just because it's been a policy for a long time, that means nobody's come here to challenge that policy, and that's what I'm doing here today. That's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm challenging that policy because it's unconstitutional. That's what it is. No one's ever challenged it before, but I know it's unconstitutional.
No types of
No.
form of ID on you?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
All right, no problem.
No.
Unfortunately, you just have to leave. And
So-
I know you're trying to set up an appointment. You know, this
I'm not trying to set up an appointment. I'm trying to conduct business.
Okay.
So are you telling me that if
you don't have your ID with you?
I don't need an ID.
There's a whole policy that they got going on. So
They're not even
you're
showing me that
following
policy.
it.
They're not showing me the policy.
It seemed that even the members of the NCPD were stumped by the point Sean was trying to make, since even they were under the same belief that just because the building had a policy, it needed to be implemented.
Just because, ma'am, just because it's been a policy for a long time, that means nobody's come here to challenge that policy, and that's what I'm doing here today. That's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm challenging that policy because it's unconstitutional. That's what it is. No one's ever challenged it before, but I know it's unconstitutional.
You have no types of
No.
form of ID on you?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
All right, no problem.
No.
Unfortunately, you just have to leave. And
So-
I know you're trying to set up an appointment. You know, this
I'm not trying to set up an appointment. I'm trying to conduct business.
Okay.
So are you telling me that if
you don't have your ID with you?
I don't need an ID.
There's a whole policy that they got going on. So
They're not even
you're
showing me that
following
policy.
it.
They're not showing me the policy.
They don't need to show your policy. They're letting you know what's going on right now. You see signs right here. Must show.
It's an sir,
building.
Sir, officer, it's an unconstitutional policy. You and your partner took an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States.
Yeah,
Right now, somebody is in violation of that Constitution, and you're not. And all you're doing is allowing it to happen. You're supposed to be protecting my rights, not enabling people to violate my rights.
No, this is what's going on. You don't have your ID. Obviously, they're trying to have you. You know, if you have your ID or not, they'll let you in, no problem. You're not cooperating with them. You have no form of ID.
No,
How
sir.
did you even get here?
I don't have ID. It doesn't matter. I don't have ID.
All right, no problem. If he's not here, could be trespassing?
Absolutely.
All right, so you will get trespass form.
Yes.
All right. So again,
Are you ordering me to leave the building, sir?
Yeah.
Under threat of arrest, sir?
No. If you're not leaving and they gotta have you on the trespass form, you could be getting arrested for trespass.
At this point, the cops seemed to naturally blurt out some threats of arrest, while not realizing how wrong he was. These cops turned out to be nothing but policy enforcers and not law enforcers.
Okay, so are you going to give me a trespass? Am I being trespassed in the building?
We got a trespass form. You have to sign. That's it.
Okay, great. I'll do that. Yep.
Right, no problem.
So we'll go ahead and do that route. Big mistake. You guys are opening yourself up to civil litigation here. Okay. Big mistake. But I'll take that trespass form.
Okay, no problem.
Big mistake you guys are making here. No idea. Unconstitutional. You shouldn't have to supply ID. Now I'm being trespassed. So I wanted a supervisor here just so that way, you understood that I'm being trespassed from a public building because I will be pursuing the public safety here.
Okay.
And your officers said that they were going to issue me a trespass warning. That if I return, I will be arrested.
Okay.
So I just wanted to document everything and speak to a supervisor because I will be going through with civil litigation because you can't keep somebody out of a public building. I have the right to public records. Doesn't say you need a show of an ID to obtain public records. Doesn't say any of that. Okay. I see you pointing at the sign. That sign, sir, is not a law, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. You guys are law enforcement. You're not policy enforcement. You're law enforcement.
Even when talking to the supervisors of the cops from earlier, Sean didn't seem to be making much progress, as even these daft cops looked at a sign and thought of it as law. Sean then had a chat with Officer Thurston, the cop who didn't give his name and badge number, despite being required to by law.
Call me good citizen.
Good citizen.
Correct,
okay.
Yeah. So, if it did say that, would you still point to it? That's still unconstitutional to require so that's the point.
Policy.
I
don't understand why we can't just follow policy.
But that's the point. So, but if the policy was to keep out blacks, that was a policy at one point, right?
We're done talking.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I'm sure you probably wouldn't be that upset with that policy either, would you?
I know, right? Yeah.
Would
right,
you?
I know. There we go.
Just policy. Why can't we follow policy?
There we go.
Just policy, right?
Ain't difficult.
Yeah. No, you are.
How?
From the moment I started talking to you, first of all, you just point to a sign and say, "It's a sign." What are we doing here? It's a sign.
All right, but that's the building's policy.
Okay, but that's my point. Would you be saying the same thing if it was a racist policy?
That wouldn't be the policy, though.
Okay, how would you? Okay, maybe this won't be the policy next week.
Building, they want you to show ID.
Maybe this won't be the policy next week. Maybe it won't be the policy.
It is right now.
Okay.
It is right now. Right.
Great. You're right. It is. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it constitutional.
Maybe not, but that's their policy right now. You want to know who walks in and out of the building, especially when you're looking for information.
Despite making some very smart and reasonable points to Officer Thurston, he was still unable to consider for even a second that all this talk about policy may make some sense. Instead, he just proposed his own law that just because you want information, you should provide ID. Ultimately, the county clerk came down herself and the matter was resolved for Sean.
Where's the city clerk? I mean the county clerk?
They're gonna help you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
How can I help you?
Hi, what was your name?
Joanne.
Joanne, nice to meet you, Joanne.
Nice to meet you. What can we help you with today?
I just wanted to do a FOIL request.
Okay, you could do that online.
Okay.
We don't actually do the FOIL request here.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you can go home, go to a library, ask the county clerk.
You don't have a FOIL form here?
We do not have the FOIL forms here.
Joanne, the lovely county clerk, gave all the relevant information required by Sean, which is all he came looking for from the very beginning. But as he was about to leave, the original sergeant, Sergeant McDonough, had something to say.
I want to make sure it's available to everybody, not just like, people who are computer savvy.
Yep.
That's all.
You're exercising your constitutional rights. I think that's awesome.
Correct. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Sergeant.
These cops definitely got what they deserve, as they're reminded that no one is above the law. Do you think cops deserve to be treated any special because of their position? Let me know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one we have in store for you. Thanks for watching. This is Detective Mystery signing off.